Project Zomboid is a game where you need to survive against all odds in a world infested with zomboids. But what if we lived in a world that wasn't just infested with zomboids? What if the city you lived in nuked the surrounding area to clear out the infected? So I decided to venture forth and find out. Can I survive in Project Zomboid during a nuclear winter? To start off on day 1, I created a character and named her Fuba. She is a mechanic to fix cars that may be able to still run in this frigid wasteland. Killing a zomboid, I get a watch that tells me the time and date. Not only does it tell me the time and date, it tells me that it is negative 55 degrees inside the house. I take my leave down the stairwell to get downstairs fast, knowing that the apartment could be infected with the little creepies. I take out a zomboid that looks well equipped. It has a padded jacket that might be able to warm me up in the negative 120 degree weather. Put down. He had some items actually that I could use. With blood fresh on my hands, I feel like I could take out a horde of zomboids. Not realizing I had hypothermia and also was panicking, making my melee weak as a baby swinging down a bat. I just need to get through killing them all. Okay. Perhaps I might not be able to. Uh-oh. Oh, dude, we gotta get out of here. Oh, dear. Nearly avoiding catastrophe, I find a school bus, thinking I can make this my start to the life on wheels. Only to soon find out I probably cannot start this new life on wheels. Walking around the knife store, I found a knife to replace my sad little wrench. I proceed to loot the compounded area. There are multiple base supplies scattered about. I attempt to look for a place to spend the night, only to find out I'm severely injured. Highly critical damage? Dude, come on, man. Is it because I have hypothermia? It probably most likely is because of hypothermia. Knowing death is knocking at my door, I leave the compound. Maybe, just maybe, I can find something or someone out in the wasteland to save me. But as my health trickles down, so does my hope of making it to see a new day. God. Dude, my character died from hypothermia. I create a new character. I'm ready to take on the harsh world. However, zomboids who were throwing a cute little surprise party for me had different plans. You know what they say, third time's the charm. I find myself on top of a roof with no access to the door. My only hope was to climb the ladder down to the ground. Climb is an exaggeration, however. Due to some evil design of the game, I can't climb the ladder. I can only fall. Okay. Third character. Survived for 28 minutes. I made another character that got cornered inside of a building. At this point in the run, it felt like I was dealing with unfortunate meet and greets with the zomboids, rather than the cold. Actually. Just die, man. Oh, for crying out loud. This is like really awesome footage, by the way, because like it just keeps spawning me inside of like, I don't even know where I'm getting spawned inside of. I'm pretty sure like the apartment buildings. And there goes Fuba the 7, dude. After many tragedies, I spawned in with a Fuba that can see a little bit better in the dark. Being able to see in the dark didn't help with the cold, however, and almost immediately, I got hypothermia again. Finding nothing of use inside the house I spawned in, I continue on to different houses in the neighborhood. Fuba found a welding mask here. It's a bit dirty, but could be useful. With my overwhelming IQ, I went to the nearby park-like area to pick up stones to create a fireplace, thinking that maybe I can warm myself and perhaps out-heal the damage hypothermia was causing me. I did find a hatchet and striker matches, so this was my last hope. Placing the campfire down, I chopped the nearby trees to get logs and extend the time of the fire. However, Fuba didn't take any fire safety classes. Oh, that's not good. Oh, no. Oh, no. Well, let's just say Fuba 8 was warmed up. I move on to another Fuba. This time, she spawns in a dorm-like building. I take my anger out on the college kid who has been taking too much Fent instead of going to classes. Looting the dorm, I try to find anything that I can use to stop the inevitable hypothermia. I find another college kid skipping class, and I take them out. I then enter a bathroom that's nearby. You see, I figure that if I exercised, maybe I can warm up. I close the door and start doing burpees for 60 minutes. After an hour of doing burpees, I find out that it did not warm me up. Matter of fact, it made me very, very tired. Leaving the bathroom, I take even more slackers out, with very, very minimal struggle. I decide to take a break on the couch, snacking, and planning my next move. While eating cereal, I also find out that I got hypothermia again, which really sucks. I break out of the building to break back into another room with a large backpack. Struggling to open the window, I decide to swing my bat wildly. I eventually hit the window and clear the glass so I can climb in. I find nothing else of use aside from the backpack. The college kid who forgot his keys also tries to climb through the window, so I punish him for forgetting and finally leave the dorm. Peering into the cars that got wrecked, I try to find one that might turn on so I can crank the heater on, but there was no luck. I kept moving on like Jehovah's Witness, door to door, key to key, only to hear failing engine sounds for each car. Sneezing like a it felt like Fuba was getting weaker by the minute. And as if the Zomboid gods were listening to my silent prayers, they graced me with a hamburger delivery truck. It also looked like it was in pristine condition. I enter immediately and turn the heater on. But alas, all that trouble was for nothing, as Fuba's health was very critical. I tried eating jam and canned fruits, but it only kept going down. But I still did not give up. The car heater might be able to pull something off. I mean, it only has been like 2 minutes since I turned the heater on, and we all know that it takes a million years for it to warm up. I drive to the nearest convenience store to try and drink all the sodas to maybe out-heal the pain, but alas, it didn't work. Fuba, we find food, we just heal. Okay, come on. Shit, that's rotten potato chips. It's not ideal. Hold on. Come on, Fuba, drink. Oh my god, come on. Come on, Fuba, drink like your life means it. Oh no, 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 no. No, Fuba died, no! Fuba died, no! At this point, I felt like this challenge was impossible. Why was it almost immediately negative 120 degrees outside? I understood that the mods and weather modifications made it lower than the vanilla game. Despite that, I decided to carry on, give myself and Fuba a redemption arc. I needed to live my life on the goddamn wheels. To show my driving instructor I'm actually a really, really good driver. Almost immediately after this inspiration, I contracted hypothermia again. This life felt like it was very, very luck-based. I needed to somehow get a padded jacket and pants on the first house I looted. Was this the end? Was this it? I firmly believed this challenge was possible. I'm from the colder parts of the United States. I used to wear shorts and t-shirts to school during a blizzard. This cold should be nothing. Desperate, I loot the building. There is nothing for me to use. I make a run for it due to the Zomboid that decided to attack me while I was changing. Running from the house, I'm slowly losing health and I even caught a cold. I scan the road and find a couple of vehicles. My hope is to find anything to warm me up. I just need something. I enter in the back of the truck. It was filled to the brim with boxes. Unfortunately, the boxes only had farm equipment and nothing else. Maybe if I had a farm and sheared some sheep, I may have had a chance. This is also where I find out that I'm losing more health due to the scratch I got from the Zomboid earlier. I make a makeshift band-aid and enter a restaurant in hopes to find food or something to comfort the last moments with Fuba once again. With nothing to gain and nothing to lose, all hope was lost. I stand. I just let the Zomboids let me join them. The world was too cold, too harsh and evil for Fuba and my dream to be on the life on wheels. And to answer the question, no, I cannot survive in a nuclear winter in Project Zomboid. Tune in next time when I try to survive a normal life on wheels in Project Zomboid, where I do not tragically die over and over again. Thank you for watching. Do you think that the cold winters and the very cryogenic winter is like, I think these two are clashing together, making it like negative 100 degrees outside. There's no fucking way that it's supposed to be negative.
Usually you only select one setting. Or it might just be cryogenic is the level.
No, this one's like negative. It says negative 30 to negative 80. So it does make sense if it's like at negative 110 because this adds negative 30 degrees on top of like the other negative.
You're kind of dumb. All this was sacrificed for what? For your error?
For my error and my stupidity, dude.